Ready to tip off. The tip controlled by the Muskies. Josh Hutton has it in the backcourt. Hutton brings it over half court, gets it to Melendez. Antonio on the left wing. He's going to take a three. Short, no good. Rebound on the by Chris Murray. Down the lane goes Chris Murray. Shot it away. No foul. Jack Falk. That'll be the first on Jack, the first on the Muskies. Just underway here. 7:38 to play in the first quarter. Chris Murray averaging 14 a game. 90% from the stripe on the season. First free throw by the lefty is good. Murray with the bounce. Second free throw on the way, good. He makes a pair, and it's 2-zip. They open it at 2-2-1 full court pressure. Wieskamp gets it to the Muskies to Falk. Jack over to Joe. Joe drives up the right side, gets it to Melendez. In the corner, and Antonio clears it and sets up the offense. Gets it to Jackson Falk out high. He's guarded by Keegan Murray.
You're on top.
And now Hutton. Hutton bounces it for Wieskamp. He's guarded by Griff Clark. Falk now baseline for Melendez. Back to Falk. Cross-court pass. Hutton. He steps into a three. Back iron, no good. Rebound by Murray again. This one, Chris Murray down the floor, guarded by Wieskamp. Spin move in the lane. Pump fake. Shot on the way, good. Chris Murray with all 4 points. And Prairie goes on top of the Muskies 4-zip.
Yeah, right now Muscatine trying to get off the offensive snide here, get some points on the board.
Wieskamp step back three, good. Joe Wieskamp splashes it home. And it's 4-3 Muskies. 6:36 to play here in the first. There's Keegan Murray. Flips it out front now for Cook. Cook gets it back to Chris Murray. Three out of the corner, no good. Keegan Murray with a push-off and a foul on Murray. On a push. Nice. And that's the first on Keegan Murray and the first on Prairie. Hutton brings it over half court for the Muskies. He's guarded by Berg. Now he gets it to the corner for Falk. Three on the way. Good. Jack Falk gives the Muskies the lead, 6-4.
Big bucket there by Jackson to get off the scoring, take the lead for the Muskies.
Clark brings it over half court for Prairie. Muskies lead 6-4. Chris Murray swings it over to Berg. Berg in the corner now for Clark. He loses it out of bounds. Turnover Prairie. And it'll be Muskie basketball.
Last two possessions defensively for the Muskies, exactly what is needed and what they wanted.
Melendez out high. He swings it for Wieskamp at the top. Wieskamp bounces it for Hutton on the right wing. They feed it into Hahn, and the ball's out of bounds off Murray. And it'll be Muskie ball into their own basket. Coach Belger hollering out Florida State. There's the three by Wieskamp. Good. Joe Wieskamp splashes home his second three. And the Muskies lead 9-4. Joe Wieskamp just... There's a drive by Chris Murray again. Lays it up and in. Murray with all 6 points for Prairie. 5:15 to play in the first. 9-6 Muskies. Hutton feeds it into Hahn. Hahn shot on the way, no good. Missed the bunny and a rebound. Keegan Murray, but a foul on Lex Hahn. That's the first on Lex and the second on the Muskies. There's a pass into Griff Clark. Clark brings it over half court for the Prairie Hawks. Chris Murray out high, guarded by Wieskamp. Chris Murray feeds Keegan Murray. Keegan Murray, the long three, right wing, back iron, good. That rattled home, and we're tied at 9 as Keegan Murray gets his first basket. He leads Prairie in scoring this year with 18 a game. Wieskamp goes baseline and steps out of bounds. Turnover Muskies. 4:42 to play in the first, and we're all tied at 9. Joe Wieskamp 5 points away from tying Fred Hoiberg for 7th place on the all-time Class 4A state scoring list. There's a pass to Cook at the high post. Back to Chris Murray. Murray puts it on the deck. The lefty goes to the rim. Shot on the way. Good. What a shot by Chris Murray. The Murray brothers 11 and the Muskies 9. Chris Murray with 8 and Keegan with 3. Hutton out front, guarded by Berg. Hutton bounces it for Falk. Falk top of the key, swings it for Melendez. Melendez bounces it into Hahn. Hahn with a backdoor pass, stolen away. Ball on the floor, and it's picked up by Clark, and a foul on Melendez. And that'll be the first in Antonio and the third on the Muskies. Bryce Howard checks into the Muskie lineup for Lex Hahn. Harrison Cook inbounds to Clark, now to Berg. Logan Berg out high, flips it to Clark. He steps into a deep three. Back iron, no good rebound. Bryce Howard, who's just checked into the lineup, replacing Lex Hahn. Melendez drives hard down the lane, throws it, but it's deflected out of bounds. It'll be Muskie ball. 3:46 left in the first. Prairie 11 and the Muskies 9. There's Falk. Falk looking to inbounds. He gets it to Wieskamp in the corner. Back to Jack Falk. Over to Hutton. Melendez drives baseline. Now he picks it up. Back out front for Hutton. Muskies at 9 points. Wieskamp with 2 threes for 6. And Jack Falk a 3 of his own. There's Wieskamp stepping into another 3. Joe nails it. Joe Wieskamp with 9. One more basket knocks him ahead of Freddie Hoiberg. 3:17 left in the first quarter. 12-11 Muskies. There's a long 3. Chris Murray splash. And it's 14-12 as Chris Murray lighting the Muskies up with 11. Don't have an answer for him yet. Shooting deep threes and getting to the rim. Melendez to Wieskamp. Wieskamp out high to Melendez. Antonio picks his dribble up. Bounce pass for Hutton. They feed it into Howard. Howard lays it up, misses the bunny. Rebound on the floor, cleared by Keegan Murray. Keegan Murray down the floor for Prairie. Over for Cook. Back to Keegan Murray. A long 3. Back iron, no good rebound. Wieskamp. And here comes the Muskies. Wieskamp in the front court. Pull up 3, top of the key. Shot no good, and a rebound taken away by Melendez. Antonio with good hustle to Falk, and Falk travels out high. And a turnover on the Muskies. 2:20 left in the first, and it's 14-12 Prairie. Griff Clark walks it up for Prairie. Bounce pass for Cook. Cook swings it to Berg. And now it's Clark. Clark back to Berg, top of the key. Lex Hahn checking in again. Berg lays it up and in with a nice drive that time. 2:01 to play in the first. 16-12 as Muscatine calls timeout. Back at Muscatine High School, folks, sorry about the technical difficulties. Working on it right now. Joe Crossar doing it all, folks. Sang the national anthem tonight, and now he's fixing our equipment as we're battling it early, folks. I know you've missed some of the action. 2:01 to play in the first, and the Muskies lead the trail 16-12 to Prairie. Prairie has got hot shooting Chris Murray with 11 out of the gate, and Keegan Murray with 3. The Muskies are led by Joe Wieskamp's 9 and Jack Falk 3. All the Muskies scoring coming from beyond the arc. 1:58 to play in the first. There's Hutton stepping into a 3 left wing. Short, no good rebound. Howard up, no good. Tap by Hahn, no good. And out of bounds, and this one's going to go to Prairie. Joel Crossauer doing a great bang-up job here tonight.
I don't think the audience has missed anything. We're having trouble getting our audio, so they can hear us. We just can't always hear ourselves.
There's Clark in the right wing. Clark puts it on the deck, swings it to Berg. Berg takes a 3, deep 3, short, no good, and rebound out of bounds. Going to be Muskie ball. Boy, this is fun. This is a fun tempo. Both teams bringing it down the floor. And last year at Prairie, they shot Muscatine out of the gym. knocking down 15 out of 24 in a scorching hot night. And tonight they've started out really hot again, the Murray brothers.
And Muscatine has matched it with hot shooting and making 4 3-pointers themselves.
No question about it. And there's Wieskamp, and there's a foul, and this one's going to go, I believe, on...
I think that's on
Keegan Murray, and that's his second. So 2 quick fouls for Keegan Murray. Coach Rickardson going to the bench now, and he's going to bring in Matt Walter, 6'1" senior. So the leading scorer for Prairie sits down with $1:17 left in the first. 2 fouls and 3 points. Wieskamp on the deck. Joe drives in the lane, 6-footer, rolls around, no good. But he's fouled, and Joe will go to the line to shoot 2. Wieskamp with 9 now is 1,757 career points in his stellar career. And if he makes both free throws, he will tie Fred Hoiberg. I think we all know who Freddie Hoiberg is. At 17:59, Joe's first free throw good. Joe 12 of 12 from the line last night. And on the season, Joe Wieskamp right at 90%. Joe's second free throw on the way good. Joe with 11. Prairie leads 16-14. Wieskamp is now tied Fred Hoiberg for 7th place on the all-time state scoring list in Class 4A. Next target, Harrison Barnes. There's a pass out high. And that's going to be Clark. Now over to Cook. Cook drives in the paint, tries to feed it in, and Hahn steals it for the Muskies.
Great deflection there by Josh Hutton.
To Hutton. Down the floor come the Muskies. They can tie or take the lead. Hutton picks his dribble up. Now it's almost stolen, but Jack Falk runs it down. Kevin Lloyd in front of us with a great explanation on that tip. And there's a swing over to Wieskamp. He flips it to Hutton. 3 out of the right wing, short. And a rebound cleared by Clark, and here comes Prairie. Down the floor comes Griff Clark. Now he backs the dribble out. Jackson Folk on him as the Muskies are in man. Now the Prairie's going to play for 1 here. They lead by 2.
Good job by Muscatine to get back and control the numbers and not give a transition bucket away there.
Clock at 15 as Clark's waiting, and Coach Rickardson calls out a play, and here they go. Clock at 10. Now there's a high ball screen on Hutton. Clark drives to the paint, flips it cross court to Berg. He steps into a 15-footer. Good. Nice execution. And we played 1. It's Prairie 18 and the Muskies 14. We're stepping away for 60. Hi, this is Brian Musell, voice of the Muscatine Muskies. Before each broadcast, I get a hot, fresh Godfather's Pizza from Westside Store. Proud supporter of Muscatine Muskie Athletics. We are back at Muscatine High School. Just underway, second quarter action. Prairie with the basketball. Clark holds it out high. Over to Berg. Berg swings it over to Chris Murray. Murray drives to the free throw line. Shot on the way. Blocked by Hahn, and here come the Muskies. Wieskamp clears. Joe over half court. Swings it to Falk on the left wing. Jack drives baseline, and a foul. Going to go on Logan Berg, and that'll be his first.
Nice drive on Prairie. Nice drive by Jackson to go baseline. They were giving him his left hand, and he took it, and he drew a foul.
Hutton checks back in after a short blow, and Howard checks out. Muskies with their starting 5 on the floor. Prairie with 4 starters plus Walter as Keegan Murray's out. There's a nice drive to the basket. Joe Wieskamp with 13, and Joe Wieskamp has now passed Fred Hoiberg, and he is all alone in 7th place state scoring list. Wieskamp with 13 of the Muskie, 16 points. It's 18-16. Prairie by 2. There goes Clark baseline, feeds Walter, swings it. Chris Murray with a nice ball fake in the lane. Shot rejected by Wieskamp, and out of bounds. It'll be Prairie ball.
Good timing by Joe there to time his jump, and he didn't foul. That was the big part about it.
Joe Wieskamp, you're just joining us through 5 games, averaging 35 points and almost 16 boards a game. There's pass out front for Clark, now to Berg. He tries to feed it. Hutton steals it. Here come the Muskies. Josh Hutton down the floor, lays it up and in. Josh Hutton with his first basket. We're tied at 18 with 6:50 to play in the first half. Berg brings it over half court now for Prairie. Walter on the right wing. Out high, Cook drives the lane. He hasn't shot yet tonight. Chris Murray for 3. This one's no good. Rebound cleared by Hutton, and here come the Muskies. Chance to take the lead. Wieskamp down the floor. Joe backs him in. Nice reverse shot. No good. Nice. Tipped in by Hahn. Lex Hahn with the cleanup, and the Muskies are on top, 20-18.
Yeah, Lex Hahn with a great rebound there.
Keegan Murray set to check back in with those 2 fouls. Walter swings it to Chris Murray. Chris Murray back to Cook, over to Berg. Berg puts it on the floor, drives the lane on Hutton, lays it up, no good, rebound Hahn, and here comes Prairie.
The length right now of Muscatine's defensive front court is their back court is
Falk with a corner 3 air ball, no good, rebound Wieskamp, and a foul, and that's going to go on Matt Walter, and that'll be the second foul on Walter and the 5th foul on Prairie. Wieskamp will go to the line to shoot 2. I want to mention that Purple and Gold Club will meet this Thursday, the 21st, at the Pizza Ranch. Featured speaker will be Joe's dad, Steve Wieskamp. Had to cue that when Joe was on the line. Steve Wieskamp talk about Joe's AAU travels and his basketball camps. If you're in the area, come on out. Free of charge. Go listen to Steve Wieskamp at the Pizza Ranch this Thursday, the 21st. There's Joe's second free throw. Good. Wieskamp now with 15. And the Muskies matched not their biggest lead. They had a 9-4 lead, so they go up 4 at 22-18. New player for Prairie.
Oh, nice.
Aaron Longwell is checked in, and there's a turnover on Prairie. Full timeout for Prairie. We are back at Muscatine High School. 5:42 left in the first half. The Muskies lead Prairie 22-18. Joe Wieskamp leads the Muskies in all scores with 15. Chris Murray with 11 for the Prairie Hawks. Prairie comes out with Longwell, Keegan, and Chris Murray. Griff Clark and number 33 is checked in now. Quinn Langfit. Muskies with Hahn, Hutton, Melendez, Folk, and Wieskamp. They're starting 5. Hutton pounds a dribble over half court. Over to Hahn. They double Joe in the post, but he gets it anyway. Joe strong to the post to Melendez. Melendez out front. Antonio pounds a dribble out high. Coach Belger calls out UCLA. Now they get it to Folk in the right wing. Cross-court pass for Melendez. He'll step into a 3. Back iron, no good. Rebound. Keegan Murray goes high in the air. And here comes Prairie. Griff Clark walks it over half court for Prairie. Bounce pass for Langfit. Now they get it to Clark. Clark in the lane, behind the back dribble. Griff Clark drives the lane, shot on the way, good. No basket. The foul's on the floor, and it's going to go on Melendez. And that'll be the second foul on Antonio, and the 4th on the Muskies. Cooper Zek checks into the Muskie lineup now, giving Jack Folk a breather. 4:50 to go in the first half. And it's 22-18 Muskies. Clark gets it on the inbounds. He backs it out now. Melendez with 2 fouls. Key that he stays out of foul trouble here for the Muskies. Chris Murray stolen by Hutton. Good play by Josh. And here come the Muskies. Melendez in the front court. To Wieskamp, back to Antonio. Now to Hutton. Now Antonio out front, resets. 4:20 and ticking, first half action. They get it to Joe. Joe step back 3, top of the key, good. Joe Wieskamp's got it going. He had 34 last night without a 3-point basket. He had 11 field goals and 12 free throws. Tonight, that's his 4th 3. There's a long 3. Keegan Murray matches it. And it's 25-21 Muskies. Wieskamp with 18. There's Joe Wieskamp on the right wing. Joe puts it on the deck. He flips it over to Hutton. Now they feed it inside for Zek. Shot up, no. But a foul. And it's going to be on number 33, Quinn Langfit. That'll be the first on Langfit and the 6th on Prairie. Cooper Zek going to the line to shoot 2. First free throw on the way, no good. Harrison Cook checks back in along with Logan Berg. And they replace Langfit and Longwell. So starting lineup is in now for Prairie. Zach will get one more. Free throw on the way. Good by Zach. He makes one of two, and the Muskies go up 5, 26-21. Matches their biggest lead of the night, 5. There's Murray, gets it over to Berg. Berg bounces it down on the block. There's a fall away by Griff Clark, no good, and Wieskamp goes high in the air for the rebound. And here come the Muskies. Joe Wieskamp goes hard, stutter step, dribble, out of the rim. Look out below. Joe Wieskamp, a man among boys with that one. Wieskamp with 20, and he just ripped the nets there. 28-21, Muskies' biggest lead of the night. Joe Wieskamp, a little hesitation dribble, split the double team and threw it down with authority. And Wieskamp now with 20 with 3:13 left here in the first half. There's a ball deflected out of bounds. It'll be Muskie basketball. Excuse me, Prairie basketball in their own corner. Chris Murray will inbounds. Bryce Howard checks in for Jackson Falk. And now Murray will inbound. Bounce pass for Clark. Clark swings it over. There's a long three. Chris Murray. Back iron no good, and a rebound cleared by Bryce Howard. And here come the Muskies. Wieskamp in the front court. Joe, hesitation dribble down the lane, and he's fouled. And Joe will go to the line to shoot two. This foul's on Chris Murray, his first and the 7th now on Prairie.
Yeah, the aggression of Joe really making a factor there on the foul on the scoreboard with the fouls.
That last split the double team and go down. You can watch every replay at Channel 9 and 709. Chad Yoakum in the house filming this one. And he said that he'll put this on the same DVD as the Bettendorf game Tuesday so they can watch it next Thursday and Friday. So there's a little tidbit for you for the replay. Free throw by Wieskamp is good. Second free throw good. Joe makes a pair. Muskies go up 30-21. Their biggest lead, 9 points with 2:54 to play here in the first half. Clark for Langfit. Langfit out high, guarded by Howard. Swings it over for Berg. Berg now to Clark. Clark at the elbow, jumper on the way. Good, rattles home. Griff Clark knocks down a shot, and Clark now his first basket. He has 2. And the Muskies lead 30-23. Hutton pounds a dribble just over half court. Swings it over to Cooper Zach. Zach drives to the right wing, gets it for Wieskamp. They run a double at him. Hutton now drives into the paint. Feeds it into Howard. Howard spin move. No good. Rebound tipped by Hahn. No good. And a rebound cleared by Langfit. Good hustle by Hahn trying to get a tip. There's a pass ahead for Chris Murray and a foul on Lex Hahn. And that'll be the second on Lex and the 6th on the Muskies.
Good offense there by Prairie to see the numbers down the floor and the attempt for the transition bucket, forcing that foul.
Keegan Murray inbounds for Clark. Harrison Cook set to come back in for Prairie. There's a long three by Griff Clark, knocks it down. So the senior point guard with 5 quick points, and it's 30-26 Muskies with $1:50 left in the first half. Wieskamp works on a Hutton screen, loses a dribble, but a foul, and it's going to go on Clark, I believe. And that's the first on Clark and the 8th on Prairie. And Joe will go to the line to shoot one in the bonus.
Broadcast brought to you by Youth Sports Foundation and Uptown Motors, along with Affordable Metal Manufacturing.
Joe knocks it down. Wieskamp with 23, and he passed Freddie Hoiberg earlier in the game, and Dare I say, Harrison Barnes could be on the radar tonight. Second free throw by Wieskamp is good. 24 now for Joe. And that puts him at 1,772, 15 points away from Harrison Barnes.
Yeah, when we saw 38 was what he was trailing at the beginning of the game. We're like, okay, that's going to be a challenge.
It's doable. There's Keegan Murray. Keegan Murray steps into a 17-footer. No good. Hot rebound run down by Joe Wieskamp. And here come the Muskies. 32-26 Muskies. There's a crossover by Wieskamp. Feeds Zek on the baseline. Back out front for Joe. Joe guarded by Chris Murray down the lane, and there's a foul, and it's a blocking foul on Griff Clark. And it's on Logan Berg. Actually, it is Clark. Clark's second, and the ninth on Prairie. Wieskamp will go to the line to shoot 1-and-1. Prairie coaches didn't like that call, Joel.
Yeah. I actually was shielded by another player, so I couldn't see his feet.
It was pretty close. It was a close call, but Drew Logal checks in for Lex Hahn. They don't want Lex getting that third foul. Wieskamp now with 25. Joe's shown it all tonight. Foul line, three-point shooting, and aggressive rim hammering as he does normally. 1:15, and the Muskies go back up 8, 34-26. Keegan Murray out high, over for Clark. Muskies extend that 2-3 zone now. As they were playing man, they're back to a zone. There's Clark. Clark out front. Zek at the top of the zone. Now they get it to Keegan Murray. They feed it in the post for Cook, and there's a long three, right wing, good. Griff Clark's got it going here in a second. Knocks down a three, and it's 34-29 Muskies. Wieskamp, hesitation dribble, steps into a three, splash. Joe Wieskamp's got it on automatic. He's got 29, and I'd love to tell you how that feels, but very few of us can.
Yeah, this is like last year when he had that 50 spot.
37-29, Joel, and Prairie has 29, and so does Wieskamp. But nobody has an answer for Joe Wieskamp. Clark drives the lane, over for Keegan Murray. Swings it over to Berg. Muskies slowing him down with his zone. Good switch by Belger. There's a out front for Clark. Clock at 8. Prairie's got to go. Trying to work on a Cook screen on Wieskamp as Clark, and the foul is on Joe, and that's on the floor. That'll be the first on Joe Wieskamp and the seventh on the Muskies. So Clark will go to the line to shoot one in the bonus.
Yeah, Clark's really had an impressive 3 or 4 minutes here. He's been the real offensive spark for Prairie so far this second quarter.
60% at the line in the year, and he makes the first.
Integrated Therapy Specialist PC, providing you quality physical therapy here in the Muscatine area and bringing you Muskie basketball this winter.
Second free throw by Clark, good. He makes a pair. Muskies get it into Wieskamp. He throws it ahead for Zek. Zek doesn't get the shot off. We've played one half. It's the Muskies 37, the Prairie Hawks 31.
One thing that Muscatine has done in that first half is Joe played point guard for most of that first half. He was actually bringing the ball to the floor. So I'm curious to see if there's a real focus on denying him the basketball to keep him from being able to put himself in the position to create.
And Prairie is opened up now. Looks like they've gone zone to start the second half. They get it to Hahn at the elbow. Back out front for Melendez. Now they swing it to Hutton to Falk. Jack in the right corner. Hutton looks at a three, but he backs off. Gets it to Jack. Jack to Josh Hutton. Coach Belger calling it out. So Prairie's halftime adjustment was to come out and work in a 2-3 zone. There's Wieskamp out high, and they double him. They throws it to Falk out of bounds, and it forced a turnover. Prairie basketball.
So right now, halftime adjustment 1 for Prairie. Muscatine's adjustment 0. So we'll see. We'll see if that continues.
Muscatine opens in man now to start the second half. Clark over for Keegan Murray. Keegan Murray swings it over for Berg. Now they feed it baseline for Cook. Back to Berg. Berg goes baseline out high to Chris Murray. He'll step into a long three. Good. Chris Murray with 14. He started the game hot. That's his first basket since early in the second quarter with 7 minutes to play in the third. 37-34 Muskies. There's a cross-court pass. Falk with a wide-open three right wing. Rattles, no good. Rebound on the floor. Picked up by Clark, and here comes Prairie. Clark down the floor. Drives all the way on Hutton. Lays it in. 37-36. Prairie opens the third on a 5-0 run. Clark now with 12.
And that zone that Prairie has adjusted to is going to give them a little bit better opportunity to get some rebounds. Coach Belger wanted to make a change.
Belger with a 30-second timeout because he doesn't like the way this has started, and that's a good timeout by Coach Belger.
Yeah, good opportunity to assess things and maybe get some clarity to what's going on. Muscatine Lumber, Muscatine's only locally owned and operated lumberyard. Proud sponsors of Muskie Sports, along with Hy-Vee Food Store, who bring us your Hy-Vee halftime show where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. And this is a
6:34 left. The Muskies coming out of a 30-second timeout. 37-36 Muskies lead by 1.
Monsanto bringing you Muskie Athletics along with Bogey Motors, a full lineup of quality previously owned vehicles.
Hutton to Melendez. Melendez out high. Over to Jackson Falk left wing. Now it's Hutton. Hutton drives into the gap, drives the lane. Nice pass to Hahn. Hahn shoots, scores, and a foul. Great feed from Josh Hutton to Lex Hahn. And the basket's good. Lex will go to the free throw line now to shoot one.
Even before they got Lex the ball, they were holding him off the ball, and it was pretty blatantly obvious if I can see it from, I had the same angle as the official.
And the foul's on Keegan Murray, and that's Keegan's third. That's a big foul. Hahn makes the free throw. He has 5. The Muskies put a little trap pressure on Berg. And there's a foul on Hahn, and that's a big one. That's 3 on Lex.
They bang knee to knee, too, a little bit, it looks like.
White, number 2.
And Lex, you're right, hurt his knee. He's gimping pretty good, so Howard may have to check in.
Yeah, this is a situation where it looks like we're going to have Cooper Zeck coming in.
Cooper Zeck's checking in for Lex Hahn. Lex, a tough kid, played really well this year for the Muskies. Comes out, he'll be all right. Nicole Calvert going to check him out, but he banged a knee pretty good there.
Yeah, and that trap, the shoulder, I don't know if it was the shoulder or his knee that hit, but I can hear it from where we're sitting.
There's Clark in the inbounds. Muskies lead by 4, 40-36. Chris Murray flips it to Clark. 3 from the left wing. No good rebound. Murray in on Wieskamp. Shot no, and a foul, I believe, on Joe.
I think it's going to be on Jack on the reach in.
And it is. You're right. Jack Falk in a...
We're in the information epicenter of the gymnasium right now.
Third foul on Falk. So the Muskies with 2 starters of 3 now, and Chris Murray knocks down the free throw, 90% on the year, and he has 15 points here. 6:01 left in the third. Free throw by Murray, good. He makes a pair, and it's 40-38 Muskies. Muskies led by 6 at the half. Prairie's cut it to 2.
And now they've extended the 2-1-2 full court press.
Down the floor, Hutton lays it up, and no good rebound. Joe Wieskamp. Look out below with the flush on the follow. And the Muskies go on top 42-38. Wieskamp now with 31.
Rebounded it with 1 and finished it with 2.
There's a spin move by Berg, rolls around, no good. Rebound, Wieskamp. And he took out his own player to get that one, Melendez. And they're best friends off the court, and let's hope Antonio's okay.
Yeah, just elbow, and that's just a matter of the height difference there. There wasn't anything other than that.
Tono, tell him about that one after the game.
Yeah.
There's just 2 hard-nosed athletes on the same team. Friendly fire. Joe's got a smile right now looking at him. Tone's looking at
you got me.
Those guys are going to have a laugh later, but Tone's not laughing right now. 5.5 to play in the third. Howard checks in now for Melendez, so it's Howard, Zach, Falk, Wieskamp, and Hutton. Falk playing with 3 fouls. Hahn's on the bench with 3. Wieskamp left wing, they run a double. Now Hutton has it out front for Falk. Back out front for Hutton. Jack steps into a 3 right wing. Back iron, no good. And it hits the top of the board, and it'll be Prairie basketball.
If they're going to leave Jack open, though, I mean, he's more than capable to nail that shot. So
he has to take that shot. Coach Belger ticked off because the players weren't in the zone trap he wanted. And now Prairie Berg gets a free run at it to Keegan Murray for three. In and out, no good. Rebound, and there's a foul on Chris Murray. That'll be his second, and the second on Prairie.
Cooper Zek, great box out there, creating that opportunity for that foul. I've been really impressed with him the last 3 games. He comes in and he plays good hard-nosed minutes. He gets a couple rebounds. He's a good passer. He's not scoring a lot of points, but he's not hurting Muscatine when he's in there, and he's giving them quality minutes.
Playing very smart basketball. You're right. There's a pass into Howard. But before that, a foul on Cook as he ran through Joe Wieskamp. So that'll be a foul on Harrison Cook, his first.
Just tried to run through the screen. Literally run through the screen.
Third team foul on Prairie. 4:51 to play in the third. The Muskies lead 42-38. Falk drives baseline on the inbound. Shot on the way. No good. Rebound. Howard lays it up and in. Bryce Howard with the follow, and that's Bryce's first basket. A big point for the Muskies there down the floor. To Clark. Clark on the right wing. Clark drives into the elbow. Good defense by Hutton. Now they get it to Cook. He'll take a three. Short, no good. Rebound. Clark. Point guard goes after it. Keegan Murray with a follow-away three. No good. Howard clears the rebound, and the Muskies could add to their 6-point lead now.
Good defensive possession there. Good contested shots.
Wieskamp on the left wing gets it to Falk. Bounces it for Zek. Zek's shot blocked from behind by Berg, and here comes Prairie. Berg down the floor to Murray. Keegan Murray to Chris Murray. Long three out front. Rattles, no good. Wieskamp clears, and here come the Muskies. Joe Wieskamp down the floor. Feeds it to Falk inside. Jack lays it up and in. Jackson Falk knocks it down, and Falk now has 5. And the Muskies lead 46-38. Timeout Prairie. I mean, these are not rivals, even though they've played each other a lot recently in basketball over the years.
And it's not even really close. I mean, it's it's an hour 15 minutes for Prairie.
Clark brings it over half court. Prairie, an outstanding school district. Just on the south side of Cedar Rapids, there's Griff pounds the dribble to Berg. Berg out high over to Chris Murray. Chris Murray gets it to Cook. Cook drives in the lane on Howard. Shot up and in. Nice drive by Harrison Cook.
Really nice play there by Cook.
His first basket. It's 46-40 Muskies. Hutton walks it over half court for Muscatine. Over to Falk on the right wing. Jack works on a Wieskamp screen. Now to Melendez. Now to Hutton. He turns down a three. Back to Melendez. Now they get it to Joe. Joe guarded by Chris Murray. Backdoor
nice
pass to Melendez. Now to Falk. Jack drives the lane. Shot on the way. No good. Rebound Clark. And they've got numbers on the other end. Clark pulls up from 3 short. He had Cook on the wing open. Opted to pull up. Melendez with a rebound.
A good long rebound there by Melendez.
There's Wieskamp, top of the key, swings it to the left side for Falk. Falk spins in, back to Melendez. Melendez over to Hutton. And Hutton pulls it out to reset. Smart senior leadership by Josh. There's a pass to Wieskamp on a block. Strong to the hole, lays it up and in. And a foul. And I believe it's on Chris Murray.
Once he's in the block, if he's in the paint and he gets the ball, it's almost automatic.
And that's the third on Chris Murray. Chris and Keegan Murray each with 3. Wieskamp's free throw on the way is good. Joe with 34. Five points shy of Harrison Barnes, tying Harrison Barnes for 6th place in the state's all-time Class 4A scoring list. Free throw, or three-pointer good by Keegan Murray. So he answers. It's 49-43. Muscatine with 2 minutes left here in the third.
Both Keegan and Chris Murray just have such smooth strokes.
They've been taught well by Dad. There's no question about it.
Dad's McDonald's All-American.
Exactly. Kenyon Murray was a joy to watch at the University of Iowa, no doubt. Melendez stutter step baseline. Now he kicks it back to Wieskamp. Joe puts it on the deck, back to Antonio. And Muscatine resets. Good defense that time by Chris Murray. Look for Joe to go at him. He's got 3 fouls trying to get that 4th. There's Hutton out front, works on a Howard screen. Josh drives in the lane, throws up a 6-footer air ball, no good. Out of bounds, Prairie ball.
Yeah, Prairie having the Murray twins, not just are they athletic, but they're both 6'5", so they're long and they have the physical skill set to switch off and man up on Joe, and that a lot of teams don't have that in this state.
Clark walks up Muskies in a 2-2-1 3/4 court pressure here. And now they're trying to force a trap, but Clark breaks it down the middle, swings it out, he throws it away, intended for Cook.
And having big Bryce Howard right there in the lane to protect the rim is really what forced that turnover. Cook, he made the pass before he really needed to because he knew he couldn't get to the rim.
1:06 left in the third, and the Muskies lead 49-43. They led by 6 at the half, and they've maintained it here in the third. Melendez to Wieskamp. Joe, they run the double at him. He goes baseline, fall away 17-footer. You can't guard that. That's a double team. And Wieskamp now with 36. That's filthy. As Prairie's doing all they can, Wieskamp's just got it going tonight. Chris Murray drives to the left side, runner on the way short, but a foul on the floor, and I believe it's on Cooper Zek, and that'll be Cooper's first and the third on the Muskies.
Trucks Unlimited bringing you Muscatine basketball all winter long, along with Bosch Pest Control.
There's a pass tipped out of bounds by Wieskamp. It'll be Prairie ball on the side. 51-43 Muskies. 37 seconds to play in the third. There's Clark. Out high, guarded by Melendez. Good defense by Antonio. Swings it to Berg. Berg now to Cook. Cook drives in the lane. Shot on the way, no good. Gets his own rebound back up. Blocked by Howard. And out of bounds, it'll be Prairie ball.
Yeah, nice job again there by the 6'7" Bryce Howard. Had some really good minutes tonight.
There's a pass out front for Clark. Gets it to Keegan Murray. Now Clark gets it back for a 3. Good. Griff Clark knocks it down. And it's 51-46, Muskies by 5. 10 seconds. Hutton walks it over half court. Looking for Wieskamp to close out the quarter. They get it to Joe. Joe's throws it to Melendez. He'll throw it up at the buzzer. No good. We played 3. It's Muscatine 51. Cedar Rapids Prairie 46. In high school, Brian Musell, Joel Crossauer. And the Muskies lead Prairie 51-46 after 3 as we start the fourth. Berg in the front court, guarded by Melendez, slaps it away, but Keegan Murray there to pick it up. Murray guarded by Wieskamp, now over to Berg. Back to Keegan Murray. Keegan Murray launches a long 3, short rebound. Tap. Walter gets it. Long 3 by Chris Murray, good. Chris Murray with a deep 3, and it's 51-49. Prairie cuts the one Muscatine 8-point lead down to 2 with 7:29 left. Jack Falk on the left wing puts it on the deck. Back out front now for Melendez, and the Muskies reset. Wieskamp, he'll take a deep 3 left wing, back iron, out of bounds, no good.
Yeah, Coach Belcher really wanted over the back on that last point that the Prairie was able to secure, but
Berg walks it over half court for Prairie. Now he gets it to Chris Murray. Chris Murray with 19. There's a deep 3. Oh, and he's got it going. Yeah. This kid can shoot. Chris Murray with 22. Came into tonight averaging 14, and he's having himself a game. And they take the lead 52-51, and there's a ball almost stolen, but the foul is going to go on number 14, Matt Walter. Walter, the 6'1" senior, and Clark checks in for him. That's the 3rd on Walter and the 5th on Prairie. So Clark got a quick blow, and he's back in the game. Hutton to inbounds. Gets it for Folk. Muskies trail by 1. Hutton puts on the deck, drives the lane. Josh lays it up and in. Josh Hutton, and he hits the floor hard. Hutton now, first basket of the night. There's Berg, and the Muskies back up by 1. Hutton at 4. Keegan Murray for 3, rattles in. Keegan Murray, as the Murray brothers are lighting it up to start the fourth, and it's 55-53, Prairie by 2.
They've just hit their stride here shooting wise.
Melendez out high. Picks his dribble up. Back for Hutton. Josh guarded by Berg. Now they swing it to Wieskamp on the left wing. Joe's fouled out front by Harrison Cook. And that'll be the second on Cook and the sixth on Prairie. Wieskamp's 3 points away from tying Harrison Barnes now for sixth place on the state's all-time 4A scoring list. Falk will inbounds. There's a pass to Hutton. Hutton out high. Muskies trail by 2. Need a basket here. Wieskamp has it. Joe drives into the paint. In on Clark. Shot on the way. Good. Wieskamp gets a basket. And we're tied at 55. Wieskamp with 38.
It's an important defensive possession here for Muscatine. They can't let another 3 get up.
Muskies led by 5 to start the fourth. Prairie erased that in a hurry with some threes. Chris Murray bounces it for Berg. Nice cut by Clark on the back door. Lays it up and in. And Jack's lucky he didn't get his fourth foul there because he was right under the basket on that, trying to draw the charge. 57-55, Prairie by 2. 5:30 left in the game. Been a great non-conference tilt.
And these are the kind of games that get you ready for, what happens at the end of February, early March too.
Melendez out high. He's guarded by Clark. Antonio crosses him over, now gets it to Falk in the right wing. They're shadowing Joe. They're doing what North Scott did. Now Clark steals it away. They've got a guy guarding. They're running one at him. There's Clark for 3. Air ball, no good. Rebound, Berg. Berg picks it up, bounces to Clark, uncovered, lays it in. 59-55. Coach Belger contemplating a timeout as he stares at the scoreboard with 4:45 left. 59-55, big possession for the Muskies. Melendez kicks it over to Falk. Falk steps into an 18-footer. Good! Jack Falk, and that's a big basket for the Muskies. Jackson Falk now with 7. There's a ball almost stolen by Melendez, and Clark recovers. Ahead now for Murray. Keegan Murray gets it to Berg in the front court.
That was almost a 10-second
Berg
violation.
drives the lane for Cook. Cook stutter step. Shot rejected by Hahn and out of bounds. Great defense by Lex Hahn.
Yeah, that was actually almost a miracle that was a block. I mean, how he got that old ball without getting him his body was amazing.
There's a pass in for Clark under their own basket. Prairie by 2. There's a 3 by Keegan Murray. Short. Rebound Wieskamp, and here come the Muskies. Joe pounds a dribble over half court. Flips it over to Falk. Falk drives in the lane. Shot blocked from behind by Cook, and a foul on Cook. And Jackson Falk will go to the line to shoot 2.
Bosch Pest Control. Don't squash them, Bosch them. Temp Associates in the employee marketplace.
Falk goes to the line 73% on the season. Jack's first free throw is up short, no good. 59-57, Muskies trail Prairie by 2. 4 minutes even left in this one.
Need to make these free throws down the stretch.
Jack's second free throw on the way. No, he misses a pair. Hahn with the rebound. Lays it up and in. Lex Hahn.
Big offensive
with a big
bucket.
follow. Hahn with 7. As Lex Hahn with a huge putback, and we're tied at 59. There's Berg. Berg breaks pressure into the front court for Clark. Clark drives into the lane. All the way to the rim. Lays it up and in. What a shot by Griff Clark. Senior point guard now with 21. Really exploded from the second quarter on. There's Hutton over to Wieskamp. Muskies trail by 2. Melendez at the foul line to Hutton. Josh in the lane, back to Melendez. Antonio back to Hutton. 3:20 left in the game. Muskies trail 61-59. Wieskamp step back 3 short. A rebound cleared by Clark, and here comes Prairie. There's a pass ahead for Keegan Murray. Pump fake in on Wieskamp. Shot up and in. And a foul on Joe Wieskamp. That'll be the second on Wieskamp. And a great shot. Great pump fake, Joel, by Keegan Murray.
Yeah. Really good play by Murray. And had the strong finish as well. Got both Hahn and Wieskamp up in the air on that pump fake.
Keegan Murray with 14. And
he almost made the hoop with his rear end on the ground.
Free throw on the way by Murray is good. And Prairie goes on top by 5, their biggest lead of the night at 64-59. 3 minutes left in this one. Muskies trail by 5. Melendez gets it to Joe baseline. Joe in the lane, spins, shot up. No good, but it'll go to the line to shoot 2.
And I'm not sure this is going to be on Cook or on Murray.
It's on Chris Murray, and that's his 4th. So a big foul there. Joe Wieskamp with 38 points tonight.
Looks like he's got some blood on his arm.
And Nicole Calvert's going to get him taped up as Drew Greenhaw is standing at the end of the gym. Just noticed Drew stepped in and just committed to the University of South Dakota on a football scholarship after a great year at Ellsworth Community College.
National Signing Day for Division I football is Thursday, the first year for that early signing period. And a rare miss there for Joe.
Joe's first miss in 2 nights. He was 12 for 12 last night. Had not missed tonight. Second free throw on the way for Wieskamp is no good. Joe missed a pair. And the Muskies trail 64-59. Clark now over half court for Prairie. Timeout, Coach Rickardson and Prairie at 30. We're going to leave it here. 2:49 left, Joel, and it's 64-59. Cedar Rapids Prairie. And the Muskies.
Momentum right now is on Prairie's side. They've had some nice offensive possessions ever since those 9 points off of the 3 3-pointers from the Murray brothers. That really has set the tone in the second half. And Muscatine has had a scoring drought here.
They have, and Prairie's come out shooting it on fire here in the 4th. Wieskamp leads the Muskies at 38. Hahn and Folk with 7 apiece. Prairie is led by Chris Murray, 22, Griff Clark, 21, and Keegan Murray, 15. So seeing some outstanding basketball plays tonight and a fun game to watch. The Muskies.
We're seeing some outstanding, awful Christmas sweaters in the Muskies student.
They are really, really good. I tell you what, that suit.
Yeah, it's amazing.
That is a classic. That is definitely out of the Cousin Eddie wardrobe. There's a pass to Clark. Clark gets it in the inbounds. He feeds it to Keegan Murray out high, not to Chris Murray. Wieskamp out on Chris, and now they get it to Clark. Stolen by Melendez. He gets it ahead to Wieskamp. Look out. Flush City! Joe Wieskamp with a dunk. Joe looking for the foul. And it's stolen by Melendez, and a foul on Melendez. And that'll be the 3rd on Antonio, but Wieskamp threw that one down with authority. And Joe, with that dunk, now has 1,788 points, and he is 6th all-time in the state of Iowa, passing Harrison Barnes by 1 point, the great Ames High School and North Carolina standout and current member of the Dallas Mavericks. There's a Berg in the front court. Muskies trail 64-61. Clark out high now to Keegan Murray. Keegan Murray, left wing now for Clark. Prairie trying to space the floor. Clark drives in, gets it to Berg. Berg out front, Chris Murray. Chris spin move in on Wieskamp, loses it, but a foul on Joe Wieskamp.
They might get Josh Hutton on this. But I thought he just lost control of the ball.
They call it on Jackson Folk. And that's Jack's 4th. That's the 4th on Jack and the 6th on the Muskies, so it's a non-shooting foul.
Oh, so they called it before he
called it on the floor. There's Clark, drives in, gets it to Berg. Clock under 2 now. They get it to Chris Murray on the baseline. Shot no good. Rebound on the floor. Hutton comes out of there with it. And here comes the Muskies. An opportunity to cut it to 1 or tie it. Jack Falk left wing. He'll take a long 3. No good. Rebound cleared by Berg. And here comes Prairie. Berg down the floor for Prairie. He backs it out. Now he works on Hutton. He drives baseline. Feeds it to Cook. Lays it up and in. Great pass by Berg. Logan Berg to Harrison Cook. Cook only has 4 points, but that's a big one. 66-61 Prairie. Timeout Muscatine. We are back at Muscatine High School. 1:20 left in the game, and the Muscatine Muskies trail Cedar Rapids Prairie. The Prairie Hawks are leading 66-61. 1:20 to play. Muskie basketball. Joe Wieskamp with those 40 points, as we mentioned, is now 6th place in the state's all-time 4A scoring list as he's passed Fred Hoiberg and Harrison Barnes tonight.
It's been a quiet fourth quarter, though, for him. I think that's something that Muscatine really needs as a couple more. I mean, obviously, they're down 5, so they need to get some scoring here. But right now, Prairie's getting it from some guys who, you know, their bench is coming off and then doing a nice job for them.
They're tough to guard. They've got some good offensive players. Hutton swings it over to Melendez. Melendez picks it up. Now he takes a long 3 shot, no good. Rebound cleared by Chris Murray and a foul on Josh Hutton.
And Cook is in there for his one job is to really be that defensive menace for Joe. And he was holding him that whole possession.
Foul is on, and it works if you get away with it.
Yeah.
You know, and they did get away with it. Chris Murray will go to the line now, 90% on the year. He leads Prairie in scoring with 22. He'll shoot 1 in the bonus here, and the free throw on the way is good. And that is nothing but net. Very smooth stroke by Chris Murray, the 6'5 junior. Just think of these two as seniors, Joel. We've seen them tonight as juniors. I saw them as sophomores. Very impressive. Second free throw on the way, good. Murray knocks a pair down. He has 24. And it's 68-61 Prairie by 7, their biggest lead of the night. Muskies get it to Wieskamp. Joe lays it up and in.
Need a defensive stop.
68-63. Berg brings it up. Tries to split the trap, and he does to Cook. Now they get it to Chris Murray again. Murray drives the lane foul on Hutton, and that's a second on Josh. And Murray will go to the line to shoot 1 and 1 in the 8th on the Muskies.
It's really Cook is the one that they're going to want to foul if they can figure out a way, but I don't think he's going to have the ball in his hands too much. And you've got Murray, Chris and Keegan. Chris at 94%. Free throw shooter.
And Murray misses, and that's a rare miss.
I just need to keep talking.
Yeah, that's exactly. You jinxed him, and here comes Hutton. Muskies need a hoop right here. Clock at 33. Timeout, Muscatine. It's a full timeout. We're going to leave it right here. 33.3 to play. Game reset. Prairie leads 68-63. Each team with 8 total team fouls. The Muskies 1 timeout, and Prairie with 2. Possession arrow, Joel, is going to the Muskies. So there's your game reset. And Muscatine definitely needs a bucket here.
Yeah, it needs a bucket. They don't need a 3. I mean, I think that's the thing is you don't need the 3. If you get a good clean look with one of your top shooters, then obviously you take it. But a quick layup and then resetting your defense is really just as good as a 3-pointer right now.
Been a fun, entertaining. The next time you'll hear Muskie basketball will be Tuesday night at Bettendorf. We'll do the girl-boy doubleheader starting at 6 as Susan Orvis' squad takes on a very tough Bettendorf team at 6, and then the boys' game to follow. And the next Friday night will be here before Christmas break with the Muskie girls game against Burlington. The Muskie boys will be on the road at Burlington. We'll be doing the girls game here at home. Last game before the Christmas holiday.
It's hard to believe that's already here next week.
Very hard to believe. You got your shopping done?
Oh, we do.
All right. It's important because I don't. I'm a bad last-minute shopper. There's Melendez out high. Swings it for Folk on the left wing. Back to Antonio. Melendez swings it to Hutton. He'll take a long 3 right wing. No good rebound. Chris Murray and a foul on Jackson Folk, and that's 5 on Jack. As he had to foul there, but it's a good foul because he had to do it. But Chris Murray will go to the line to shoot 1 and 1.
Yeah, it was the quickest foul. He just had to do it.
You can't worry about how many you have in that situation. You just got to do it.
U Sports Foundation bringing you Muskie basketball. No.
Cooper Zek checks in for Folk.
This has almost felt like a playoff atmosphere tonight.
What a fun game, a good lively crowd. Murray's free throw knocks it down. 25 for Chris. Second free throw on the way, good. Great left-handed stroke, and he's got 26, and they lead 70-63, matching their biggest lead. Now Chris Murray with the steal. out front for Clark and a foul on Hahn. And that'll be the 4th on Lex. And Chris Murray goes to the line to continue to pad his numbers for the night.
Line shooting 2, number 4, Chris Murray.
Just couldn't get that pass over that wingspan of Chris there.
Murray's free throw on the way is good. And now the Muskies clear the bench here. Logo, Martinez, Owen, Tyree Williams, and Gabe Mulder check into the Muskie lineup. As the Muskie starters get a nice hand. They played hard, Joel. They fought hard. Prairie just shot him out of the gym here in the second half.
Yeah, the shooters just really took over.
Murray's second free throw is good. Prairie goes up 72-63. Down the floor, they get it to Mulder. Shot up, no good. Gets his own rebound, lays it up and in. Gabe Mulder in the scorebook. Prairie can let this one run out, and they do. Folks, we got a final from Muscatine. Cedar Rapids Prairie 72 and the Muscatine Muskies 65.